boyos.
Hello, boyos.
This is Loner Gamescast, where we discuss that everything is and will always be video games. My name is Nick. To my left over there is Jacob. Jacob, how are you doing? It's been a minute.
Good.
I went on vacation. I haven't talked to you in a minute. How have you been?
I am good. Been a very productive week. I got sick on Friday.
Nice.
And was scared I got the COVID. But my COVID test came back very positive from the standpoint of negative. So
Nice.
We're good.
It was a positive test that it was negative.
Yeah. Very positively negative. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So we're good. I feel fine now too. I don't know what it was. I think it was just the weather change.
Was it like a sinus thing?
Mm-hmm. Sinus,
Dude.
throat. Mm-hmm.
That's going around because
Yeah.
last weekend I had a sinus infection. Somebody I work with had a sinus infection like the week before. Danielle had a sinus infection. It was like, what is happening?
Yeah,
It's the new variant, dude. It's a new variant. It's hidden, and then it's gonna kill us all.
I just realized I didn't have the overlay on. I fixed it. We're good. Don't worry about it. We're dumpster fires.
Oh, there you go.
I fixed it. It's fine.
Jesus, you are off your rocker, Grandpa.
Hey, man. Like I said, I was sick. But it was nice though because I called off and my work takes it very seriously. So they're like, just take the next 2 days off, and then of course I had my weekend anyway, so I got like 4 days off, and so
Nice.
I feel rejuvenated. I feel alive. I feel a little off my rocker, I guess, because I can't get the overlays right. But
Yeah, I mean, I like your light though. Your
thank
light
you.
looks nice.
Thank you. Got the new light to light up the guitars a bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
looks nice.
How have you been? What you been up to?
Oh, I went on vacation. I just
Yeah,
went.
how was
I
that?
just took. I took 2 days off. I took Friday and I took today off, which is Monday, and went to California. We just took a drive up to California just to see the beach. But instead of having like a beach day, both days that we really had time to do anything there, it was a high of 70 and like full cloud coverage, overcast the whole time. So we still went to the beach. We just didn't go in the water. We kind of walked on the beach and had our toes in the water. I got a pretty gnarly sunburn. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, a little bit.
But yeah, there's a line that goes
From the
over
hat.
from the hat. And I've swore to myself I will never wear a snapback on the beach ever again.
Yeah, I had the
'cause
same
this is-
issue.
This is the second time it's happened. I went to New Jersey, and we went on a boat along the bay, and had the hat on. And I come back for dinner, and everybody's laughing at me because I have this line. So, California, I didn't learn my lesson. Wore it again, and same thing happened. Went to lunch, went to dinner with some friends, and they started calling me sunburn. So I'm like, you know what? Never again will I wear a snapback on the beach.
Yeah, I had the same issue. I went to San Diego like a month ago. Maybe, yeah, it was about a month ago. And I wore my snapback on the beach. Actually, we went on a boat because we were looking at dolphins or whatever. And I got off
Nice.
and I had this just white streak on my head.
Obvious line. Yeah.
The way I got around it at work was I just did not take my hat off at all.
I was doing that too. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what's going to happen. Good thing at work, I have to wear a hat. So it works out.
It's wild you don't get sunburned at work.
I know. It's crazy. It is crazy. I'm outside all day. I think my arms are kind of used to it. My forearms, because my shirt goes to about here, and then this is all exposed, but I don't wear sunscreen or anything, so it's just kind of like used to it, I think.
Dude, I cannot go outside without sunscreen. And that was the crazy thing about me being sunburned, is like I put on so much sunscreen, dude. I'm so pasty. I can't go outside.
Very Irish blood. Very Irish skin.
Yeah, Irish, German, all that
German,
stuff.
all that good white, pasty skin.
Oh, those pasty milk toast.
You say that. Those are like the worst verbs for those, or the adjectives for those. And it's like, if I said fair, you fair-skinned lady, it sounds so sweet. But if I say pasty and the other word that I said that I can't remember, it's just like, wow, all right, ouch, that hurts. You know?
Yeah. Who is the fairest of them all? It's definitely me.
It's definitely you. You are definitely the fairest of the fair ladies. Yeah, so we went on vacation to California. Didn't have a whole lot of time to play games, but I have started streaming on my own as well. I will bring that up
Ooh.
here on Fatal Microwave, the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Fatal Microwave. I've been streaming Parkitect. We'll just get right into what you've been playing, and I'll go first. Fuck you. I've been streaming Parkitect. You recommended this game to me actually before you started playing it. You're like, this game looks cool. I bought it. It's this. And I'm like, what? I've never heard about it. This game came out in like 2018, and it's a freaking roller coaster tycoon, but in the best ways.
Yeah.
And it also has parts of like Planet Coaster where you can design your own roller coaster, and like it's work behind the scenes. You can create your own buildings. It's very much centered on like the background goings on of a park. And what really sold me on it was the multiplayer, which we have to play at some point on stream. It could even be tonight if you want it.
If you got time, I'm super down tonight.
I mean, I have to eat dinner at some point, but other than that, down. Yeah, it's really fun. It's really cute. I love the design of everything. I haven't gotten too much into like the Planet Coaster side where you kind of have to design everything yourself. I'm still kind of working through the campaign and just plopping down roller coasters that I can afford. But I'm having a blast with it. I'm having a good time with it.
So when I was playing, I've only played it one time. I played it for like, I don't know, 2.5 hours on stream. And I just did the sandbox mode, and I was just making my own park, plopping things down. I don't really want to make roller coasters because I'm not good at that, which is kind of why I hated Planet Coaster. It's like too involved.
Yeah.
But then someone got in chat and they're like, hey, make your own roller coaster.
Oh, no.
And I was like, okay. And I took out every loan, and I kept killing my guy. I couldn't make a coaster that wouldn't kill everybody. I wasn't even trying to kill them. I just kept killing everybody.
You know, there's like a ghost that goes around.
That's how I
build it, and it's
that's
just like,
how I
hey,
do.
This is too fucking fast.
That's how I do. But I wanted it to be exciting, so it would always go to medium to too intense.
Extreme.
Every time. Fuck that game. But also, I've enjoyed it. I've been looking forward to playing with you. So
yeah, it's really cool. That's pretty much the only thing I've really been playing, other than a couple of games of Apex here and there, and just a couple of multiplayer games like Splitgate. But other than that, that's pretty much it. Yeah, what have you been playing? I see a couple of new things on here.
Believe it or not, Nicholas, I beat 2 games this week.
You beat them?
I beat them, yes.
Wow. It must be really short games.
Yeah. So 12 minutes is only 12 minutes long. I'm just kidding.
Holy fuck.
It's longer than that.
What a waste.
I played 12 minutes. I played part of it on stream. People just like weren't interested. I kind of wanted to play it more leisurely. So I stopped streaming it and then continued my playthrough. And me and Corey did a full spoiler thing on the Jake and Corey podcast, actually. So if you want to hear me just completely spoil it, go over there. But spoiler free. This game goes in a very weird direction that I'm not sure I like. It's a challenging it's a challenging story for sure. So I give them credit there. But I'm not sure I like it. As far as the gameplay, at first it's really fun. You know, like exploring, trying out all the different options because it's a time loop game, and it's 12 minutes. very minimal spoilers here. It's 12 minutes. You and your wife are like having a day. She tells you she's pregnant, and then a cop breaks in and is like, you killed your father, and then kills you and your wife or whatever, and asks about some watch. And then your objective throughout the game is to figure out how to like defeat the time loop and figure out why this guy is breaking into your house, what's going on with her father, all that stuff. Won't go further than that. But at first it's really fun, like clicking around, trying to figure out all these different options. And then it becomes incredibly tedious because you figure out a lot of the options, and then you have to do all these options that you figured out in different sequences. So then it's just like tedious because you're like redoing the same sequences that you've already done just to get a different dialogue option.
I gotcha.
You know? So then, and that becomes annoying, and like you're trying to time it out right because it is literal. Like if you hit 12 minutes, doesn't matter if you're mid conversation, it restarts. So you have to do it in like the perfect time as well. So like, yeah, it becomes tedious, but the story is interesting. Daisy Ridley, James McAvoy, they kill it. And of course, Willem Dafoe is amazing in it. They all do great. Like, it's all good stuff. I like the idea of the game. It's just the twist is a little interesting. I don't want to say it's bad. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's a really weird one, man. It's, if you end up playing it, I would love to talk to you about it. But
based on reviews that I've read and just what you've said, I don't think I'll play it. I really like the cast, and I feel like the cast could do something cool. But Willem Dafoe was also in
Beyond Two Souls.
Beyond Two Souls, and I didn't like that game.
I love that game. I love it.
I think that is the worst of his what is that guy's name?
David Cage.
The French guy. David Cage's games. I think that is the worst one.
So I honestly, so my experience with that, sorry to cut you off, I didn't mean to. But my experience with that, I think it's whatever David Cage game you play first is going to be the one you like more. Because that was
I disagree. Because I played Heavy Rain first.
Yeah.
And then I played Beyond, and then I played the new one, Detroit, which I think was the most interesting one, was Detroit.
But you like Heavy Rain more than Beyond Two Souls.
I like Detroit, Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls.
See, I think Beyond Two Souls is better than Detroit. Personally, I think the story is so intriguing and so weird. And I went back to Heavy Rain, and I was like, this game is unplayable. The dialogue is fucking awful.
You can't go back to that game.
It's old. Terrible, but you can go back to Beyond Two Souls. The story is very intriguing, and the performances by Elliot Page and Willem Dafoe are incredible, dude. I don't understand the hate for Beyond Two Souls. I don't get it.
I never liked Elliot Page. Like, anything she's been in, I feel like she just kind of brings it down a notch, honestly. And I know that that's going to get some people like riled up if I was a little more famous. But like, I feel like anything she's in, it's always like, oh God, Elliot Page is in this. Sorry. Anything he's in. Sorry, I gotta switch it up. That just happened not too long ago. But yeah, anything he's in, like that show with the family, where the guy's like part ape. It was written by. There's like a comic book that was written by the Umbrella Academy. That's what it is.
I haven't watched that.
That show is okay to start out with, but Ellen Page's character ruins it. I feel like Ellen Page's character just kind of brings every other character down.
I haven't watched it.
Along with like Beyond Two Souls, Willem Dafoe, I feel like he does a stellar job, but because Elliot Page is there, it just kind of lowers.
I totally disagree. I thought they were incredible in the game. I thought it was.
I thought he was incredible. I thought she at the time was not.
I thought it wasn't a good. I thought it was a great performance. I thought it was really good. Juno's incredible as well. So is Inception.
Inception is good. Inception was good.
Yeah, I don't know. I like them in most things. So, but anyway, 12 minutes. what I would suggest to you, Nick, since you don't want to play it, just look up. Look up like someone doing a walkthrough, or just look up someone like explaining to you. Because it's wild.
So you played it with Corey on stream, or do you just played it with Corey, or he played it himself and you played it yourself?
He watched me play it on stream, and then I stopped streaming, and he wanted to know more about it, and that's why we ended up talking. Gotcha. Also, you could listen to the Jake and Corey podcast and just listen to me spoil it. But yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Anyway, I played another game and beat it on stream. This one I did beat on stream. Ghost of Tsushima Iki Island.
The
new
you got the whole DLC finished.
Yeah, it took me about 5 hours.
That's not very long.
No, it's not super long. Well, because
for Sucker Punch though.
I also mainlined the story. But like there is like a whole fucking island of like side quests, which I didn't do all that. So I could see that being extended to like 7 to 10 hours if you do all the side quests and side missions. So like I do think it's pretty sizable. But for like a $20 DLC, it's pretty fucking good. The story is very intriguing. It's about Jin going back to the island where his dad died, and you kind of have to work with the enemy. That's all I'll say. But it's very good. It's also kind of like oh god, was it Arkham Knight where like Batman is sick? Is that Arkham Knight?
Yeah.
Is it Arkham?
Batman's got the Joker serum in him.
Yeah. So this DLC is like that as well, because you get like poisoned, and throughout it you're having visions and stuff. So it's a lot like that. This game is very comparable to those Batman games anyway.
Yeah, it is.
To me, Ghost of Tsushima is a superhero game.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's very good. I love Ghost of Tsushima. I think it's fun. I think it's a fun game.
You haven't done the multiplayer, have you?
Yeah. So far, me and Cooking for Group actually in the chat here, we played on Saturday. They haven't updated the multiplayer yet, though. It's all just a bunch of stuff that says coming soon. And that stuff.
I should re-download it.
Yeah, I don't know when that's coming out. I guess I could look into that, but I'm not going to. I like the multiplayer a lot. It's fun. But for $20, it's a good deal. And then the multiplayer stuff is free to everyone, I believe. So, and then it's a $10 upgrade to PS5. So I paid $30 for the. It's good. It's a good game. I like it a lot.
It's good. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I really like the multiplayer. Ghost of Tsushima I couldn't get through because there's just so much repetitiveness to it.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely got that Ubisoft thing going.
It says August 20th.
Yeah, I think that was probably originally when it was.
Directors. Okay, yeah.
That's when the director's cut came out.
Oh, okay. Ahead of the September 3rd drop. A more general update on August 20th. Okay, so September 3rd is when they're doing the multiplayer stuff.
Next week.
Rivals, it's called Rivals, I guess.
Yeah.
Will launch alongside a bigger update, which will raise the gear cap level from 110 to 120 by binding a level 110 piece of gear to a class competing in mastery challenges. Players can add a second perk slot and gear. Okay, blah blah blah. Yeah, so September 3rd is when that comes out. I will jump in that because I haven't done the raid either. I know that's like a thing that came out recently, and I haven't done it.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I don't know how to access that myself, but
you probably have to be a certain level.
Yeah,
in the game.
We were playing the hardest difficulty, and that shit is hard. Let me tell you.
Yes, it is. It sure is. All right. Yeah. That's everything though?
Yeah, I played some. Also, one more thing. Mm-hmm. Tetris Effect Connected came out last week on PlayStation 5, and I've been playing the shit out of that as well.
I'm sure you have. You got it going on in the background over there.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Not much to say there. It's a great game.
Yep, we cover it pretty much weekly at this point.
It's true.
All right, let's move on to the titties. We don't have a whole lot going on here, but we got just a couple of things that might turn into bigger things. Splitgate. It's been delayed. The full release of the game has been delayed, but only because the beta has been doing so fucking well. It has been downloaded 10 million times. Just the beta, the free beta. So they're just extending the beta indefinitely, they said, or until I guess they get it right, or more people have played it, people like it. I have a feeling that this game is going to go free to play once it finally comes out because so many people are actually playing it. They've got a battle pass. They don't need to go with any money or anything. Yeah. What, you got anything for this? You got an opinion?
Yeah, it's just wild to me. Like, it's a really good game, and I didn't expect it to be as good as it is. I hope that this game gets like super supported because it does need more content. But as long as this game is like supported, gets more content, more updates, which it seems like that's what they plan on doing with their, season passes and stuff. Yeah, I'm looking into it here. It was more news coming at Gamescom August 25th. So
nice.
They did tease that as well. So maybe they'll give a more official release at Gamescom tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah. I think the fact that they moved it though was just like they're like we could just keep it in beta, and then instead of like pulling it off the network or whatever to release the full game, we'll just go straight into the release or whatever. Like they won't even pull the game. Like it'll just
it'll just be continuous. Yeah, I think it'll go from the beta, the open beta that they have. They've got a battle pass right now, and I think as soon as that's over, then they're just going to release season 1, right? Because we're technically in like season 0. So then they'll go to season 1, and then the new battle pass will start. What I'm really curious about is with 10 million people downloading this game, they have to have like so many comments coming in about like what could be added, what could be taken, what could be fixed, and I'm kind of really hoping for like a custom games. Like if they could do a custom games like old school Halo, man, there'd be something special here. There'd be something really cool about this game.
I don't know if you got to any of the ranked stuff where it's like the 3v3 mode and you're like in these smaller maps. And I
didn't realize. I mean, I can play ranked. I just haven't. I thought it was all the same, just ranked.
No, it's got like different modes. And that stuff is really cool. If they start adding more like unique stuff like that, and where like you can take advantage of the portal system more, because those maps are, it kind of reminds me of like the old Uncharted 3 days where they had the weird the lab maps. It's kind of like that, where it's not like there's no design to it. It's just like a paintball field basically. But that makes the portal use like way more fun because you could just shoot portals basically everywhere.
That's cool. Okay.
And the maps are like way smaller. It's really cool. So if they do more stuff like that, I'm super,
I'll have to try that
down.
I'll definitely have to try that out. Next up, we've got Call of Duty Vanguard. They did a trailer drop. Well, let's see. Call of Duty Warzone. They did it through Call of Duty Warzone via event where everybody in Warzone, they kind of switched the formula of the game. Instead of a battle royale, it was everybody versus this one train that went through the map, this World War II style train that went through the map, and you had to kill it before it reached the end. And if you beat it, then everybody in the lobby got to watch this trailer that they dropped on YouTube anyway. And it looks pretty cool. Honestly, it looks a little grittier. It looks more like Battlefield than Call of Duty. But, I'm getting like World at War vibes from it. and I kind of like that because World at War was a really fun game. It was one of my favorite Call of Duties back in the day, but yeah, it looks cool. And also, they removed the Activision logo from the trailer. And someone reached out to Activision and it's like, hey, why is the Activision logo not in this trailer?
Yeah,
And
very
they're
convenient.
like, oh, it was a creative choice. And it's like, what? How's that a creative? How is removing your name from it creative at all? But
yeah, I did not see this trailer, if I'm being honest with you.
that's fine.
But I did see all the articles that are like, it's very weird that Call of Duty doesn't have anything to do with Activision anymore, apparently.
Yeah.
Which is funny. I saw that they dropped the names of all the developers who were working on the new Call of Duty. Who cares?
There's also, well, I mean, I kind of care. Not the fact that they dropped the names, but just the fact that this game it looks interesting. And there's an alpha that's coming out next weekend, I believe. I think this weekend, like they're just an open alpha where everybody's just gonna, and it's open to everybody, and it's kind of like what Modern Warfare did, where it's like 2v2s, and I think I saw like 3v3s in there or something like that.
I mean, if it's free, I'll try it out. Why not?
Yeah, for sure. That's kind of where I'm at. If the gunplay is better than Cold War, maybe I'll pick it up.
I probably won't, but
of course,
I'll be the
only one in it.
I'm not a huge Call of Duty fan to begin with, though. So
I don't know. I like having that game to fall back on. Like today, I was just kind of bored. Not a whole lot going on. I took the day off of work, and I'm like, all right, I'll play some Call of Duty. No big deal. And then also Saints Row has teased a reboot on their website, saintsrow.com. I went to this website, and it literally just says, it's like a graffiti wall, and it says rebooting in graffiti.
Wow.
That's it. I was like, okay,
Holy
well,
shit.
that's a fucking obvious, you know?
That's cool. I'm excited for that.
So we'll probably see something tomorrow or the next day about it at Gamescom or the future game show, or even at the Xbox showcase.
I hope they do. I hope they do it right. You know, like, because I do love Saints Row. Like,
yeah,
I'm fond of Saints Row. But that last game, I didn't play it, but I heard nothing but horrible things about it. And like, yeah, I don't know. They're not owned by THQ anymore. Obviously, it's THQ Nordic, right? So,
right. I don't remember what their last game was.
What was that called? I forget what it was called as well. It wasn't called Saints Row, but it was like...
Well, was that a Nordic game, though?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they did Destroy All Humans. The remake.
Agents of Mayhem was what it was called.
Yeah, I heard that was bad.
Yeah, that was a Saints Row game, though, where it was a 4-player co-op game that you could not play co-op.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it is stupid. It was really dumb. Chicken Police, apparently they published. Remnant from the Ashes they published. Wreckfest, Biomutant, Darksiders Genesis. Nothing really like cool or of great praise. So we'll see how it is. I hope they go back to like the Saints Row 2 era where it's kind of grounded. It still has like the funny, dildo bat or whatnot, but it's kind of grounded. The story is still kind of fun. Because Saints Row 2, it's probably got one of the better like Grand Theft Auto-esque stories that isn't Grand Theft Auto. Like freaking Carlos, I think his name was Carlos. And you become friends with him and he ends up dying, and it's like, man, that fucking sucks, dude. It did really well with the character development and the play style, and I miss the old school way of flying planes and having to like fly planes at each other in multiplayer and stuff like that. It was really fun.
I do have a soft spot in my heart for Saints Row 4, where you're a superhero. Like, all the other systems in that game suck. Like, driving sucks, the planes suck, but you don't need any of that stuff because you're a superhero, and that's fun. But that's also probably why they're rebooting it, because they're like, we went a little too far, I think. So they're probably rebooting it. It looks like Saints Row is actually Deep Silver though.
Okay.
Published by Deep Silver, who made Chivalry. Well, because Saints Row was a THQ game, so I just figured.
Oh, okay.
Well,
they did Metro.
Yeah, Metro, Maneater, Dead Island.
Okay. Not too well. Maneater's pretty shit. But yeah, it's kind of about the same, honestly.
Yeah.
You got Metro is pretty much the only thing that's really standing out here.
But that's cool.
Chivalry
I'm excited to see what that means. I hope it's good things for Saints Row. Because Saints Row is like, hey, we're competition to Grand Theft Auto, and then they realized, oh, we cannot compete with Grand Theft Auto, and then they kind of became their own quirky thing. But the fact that they're rebooting, it is kind of like they could be competition for Grand Theft Auto, because like Grand Theft Auto doesn't really exist anymore besides like Grand Theft Auto Online. Like
or they could go to the Crackdown 3 route and just make their game extremely boring and nobody wants to play it, sort of situation.
Yeah, that is always a possibility.
So it could go either way. We'll keep our eyes on the radar and our ears to the ground. We'll move on to the events. If you got nothing else.
Nope.
All right. We'll move on to the events. We had 2 events. One I sort of watched, and the other I did not watch. I didn't know was happening. We had a Pokemon thing that happened. I think like the day after we did this recording last week.
Yeah.
So it's
just
probably
like
old
just like
news for you right
Gamescom.
now.
Just like Gamescom.
Yep. Just like Gamescom. We'll be late for that one. But if you didn't hear about it, the Pokemon thing was Nintendo just went, hey, there's going to be a Pokemon thing. And they showed off an update to Pokemon Unite. They showed off new characters that you can play in their MOBA, their Pokemon MOBA. They showed off.
Also, it's coming to cell phones.
I thought it was already there.
Nope. It's coming to cell phones.
Okay.
So.
Well, it's coming to cell phones too, which makes sense. That game doesn't seem like it's that draining. Then you got Pokemon Cafe. That game's really bad. I played it, but they have an update for it. Then they got Pokemon Master EX update where they're adding new Pokemon and stuff. That's the really shitty phone game as well. And Pokemon Go 5th anniversary. They are adding the newest generation of Pokemon to Pokemon Go.
Sword and Shield, yeah.
Yeah. And then the 2 big news is that everybody wanted to hear was Pearl and Diamond, the newest updated version of Pearl and Diamond. They showed off a gameplay trailer featuring you can customize your Pokeballs. There's so many mini games in this Pokemon game. I didn't play a whole lot of Pokemon Diamond or Pearl or the other one because I thought they were really boring. Like the first 15 hours into the originals I played, and I'm like, man, I don't like this game. The Pokemon are uninteresting, and there was just the storyline was very uninteresting. So this is just not news to me because I won't buy it. But they showed off a lot of interesting things, like you can make your own, like from Emerald and Sapphire, you can make your own like hideout. They have like a beauty pageant where your Pokemon like dance, sort of kind of like what is that game called? DDR sort of situation, or Donkey Konga sort of thing. You got to hit the button at the right time. The overall look of it still looks pretty shit. Like the 3D models when you're just kind of moving around look like shit. But when you're in battle, it looks pretty sharp. I'm not gonna lie, it looks pretty sharp. And it comes out November 19th this year. So if you are slightly younger than us and you grew up with Pearl and Diamond instead of Gold and Silver, I guess this could be your game. Your callback to your childhood.
Yeah.
The way that Heart Gold and Soul Silver were for me.
My games were, Emerald and, Ruby, Sapphire. Those were my games. And Blue. Those were my games.
They
And
just
then-
skipped a whole generation.
I did. I totally did too. Like I'd never played Silver or anything. But yeah. And then I played Diamond. I borrowed it from you actually when we were young bucks, and I fucking hated it. I hated that game. I hated it. It's weird that they're remaking it. Maybe it'll be good. I don't know, but I'm sure like people have nostalgia for it and they'll play it.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm
People want that fucking Piplup that turns into Empyrean or whatever his name is, and they're like, "That's my favorite Pokemon in the whole world." And it's, I don't know, it's kind of boring to me. Like all the Pokemon in that generation are just boring.
So what comes after Pearl and Diamond? Was that Black and White after that?
Black and White. Yeah.
Are they gonna remake Black and White next? Like that game just came out. It feels like.
You know what they should remake though is Sun and Moon, because Sun and Moon came out like right before the Switch came out.
Yeah, it's a good game.
I never played it because I didn't have like the 3DS or whatever, and I just didn't feel like wasting $60 on a game when I was going to buy a Switch, you know. And it was just like, well, we're going to release something else, so I never played it, and I would really like to play it because all the that's when they kind of introduced like this Pokemon looks different in this region. Yeah. And I thought that was really cool.
I feel like,
of course it does.
There was some of that.
Pokemon look different.
There was some of that in X and Y as well. Like Meowth looked different, and
that's right. Yeah. So I grew up with Gold and Silver. I mean, I played Yellow, I played Blue, I played Red. Red and Blue are pretty much the same. Didn't really click with me, and then I played Silver and Gold, and fell in love with Pokemon. And I was like, this is it. Fucking Typhlosion and Totodile. Fucking awesome. So cool. Like, it's hard to choose between those two.
Blue changed my life, right? Like that game it changed my life. Like that was a game that like got me into RPGs, right? Like that was like my first RPG ever, right? Like,
and it's on the go. Like, it's on your fucking handheld. Like, you can take it to school.
Before that, I was playing, Hercules or whatever, Croc or Spyro, which are great games as well. But like, yeah, and then Pokemon changed my life, and then Ruby, Sapphire, also just huge, because that was the game where, we were at lunch with our link cables, like let's trade Pokemon and shit, and like that shit was so hype. But I will be honest with you. When I heard there was a Pokemon thing and I had to watch it for this show, I just sort of went, here we go. Like, more Pokemon shit. Like, I just don't care about Pokemon the way I used to, which is normal because I'm an adult now. I'm a grown man, and Pokemon is for children. And, if you like Pokemon, fine. But, man, I just feel like they've been doing the same thing for fucking ever. And now they're literally doing the same thing by remaking Diamond and Pearl.
Let me stop you right there, son, because they're changing up the formula for this next game that they showed off.
And I will say, this game did make me go, ooh, that looks nice.
Yeah. Okay. So the next thing that they showed off, obviously, was Pokemon Legends Arceus. I think that's what it's called. This is an open Arceus. Yeah. I don't know. This is
they said Arceus, so.
Fine, whatever. Fuck them. This Pokemon game is open world. It's exactly what we've always wanted since open world games came out, and we kind of went, what if they did this with Pokemon? What if we could run around and throw Pokeballs at Pokemon that are walking around? This looks exactly like what we wanted. However, I will say, for me personally, it's a little fucking too late. As good as this game looks, we got Monster Hunter Stories 2, which is just better Pokemon, more in-depth, more. Okay, maybe I don't want to say in-depth because there's people in the Pokemon community, like the competitive Pokemon community, that would fucking argue with me. But for me, Monster Hunter has so many more layers to it than Pokemon does. Fun layers to it. And then we also have another game coming out. Yeah, yeah, exactly. We also have another game coming out that looks to do the same thing that Legend Arceus does, Arceus, whatever. And it's called Pal World, and it's like an adult Pokemon game where you get to shoot Pokemon
Oh yeah, I
and
don't know
make
what the
them
fuck that
work
game
for
is.
you. I don't know what it is either, but it's exciting and it's different and it's
Yeah.
real and it's gritty.
It's
And
real. It's gritty.
It's real. Like,
Just what I want for Pokemon. God damn it!
if people if people were to get Pokemon in this world and you know at 10 years old you'd get your first Pokemon, right? It would be exactly what it is. Pokemon would be used in the military. They would be used to fucking plow fields. They'd be exploited for their labor, and they'd be like, it would be so fucked, you know?
Yeah.
And I think Pal World, at least the trailer that they showed, if you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. It's Pal World, or just look up Pokemon but with guns.
That's true. It probably will
And
come up.
you'll fucking find it.
I want to see if that comes up.
Oh, it is. That's what I searched to find it because I don't remember what the name was.
It does.
And that's the first result on Google. If you search Pokemon but with guns, it says on a YouTube, Pokemon but with guns and slavery.
But also this picture of James holding a gun to this man's head. Oh my god. Sorry.
Yes. So I like the look of Arceus. It looks fine. It looks exactly what we want. It's got not Torchic in it. It's got Cyndaquil in it, which is one of my favorites.
And Lucario.
And Lucario.
Is that guy's name? Yeah.
And so, you know, it looks good. I might pick it up if there's nothing else to play, and I'm just kind of, you know, wanting that.
Well, here's the thing. There will be something else to play, because Bold Choice releasing on January 28th, because isn't that the day Elden Ring comes out? It's pretty bold.
I won't be
It's
playing.
pretty bold.
That. That's two separate things. You know, it's like the same thing that we had last year when Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing New Horizons comes out. They're two completely fucking different games. And you know, the communities are going to be like, yeah, we're picking up both of them because they're completely different.
Both RPGs.
Yeah, but very different RPGs.
One's an action RPG, in fairness. I thought it looked cool. I was watching this trailer because like the other trailer was just sort of like, look, he's walking around and there's Pokemon walking around, and that was kind of it.
Yeah.
This one went a little bit more in depth, and they kind of showed how you catch Pokemon, which is great. Like they're changing up the formula a bit, where you could catch a Pokemon just by throwing a Pokeball at him, but sometimes that won't work, and you'll have to fight it or whatever. Right. I feel like Pokemon has been skirting around open world for like a long time. Like even back with Y, which I played back in the day, it had like an open world, but it was just like a big circle HUD, and you would go back to this like HUD, and it gave you the illusion of open world, but it was still sort of linear game. Same with Sword and Shield, right? Like they have the big open area. It's still a very linear game though. Like ultimately, like you go in one direction and then you can go back to that open world area. This game seems to be like, hey, we're open world. You go where you want. You do what you want. I don't know if there's gyms in this game. That is a question I have.
Yeah.
I can't tell if there's gyms. I hope there's gyms, because it'd be very cool to have an open world game where it's like you could go do
any of these gyms in any order.
Yeah, you could do the electric gym first, because it's always been like this gym is first, then this gym.
Yeah.
And like also if it's open world, you have it where like the gyms are like legit hard from the get-go. Like every gym is fucking hard. Right. But I don't know. We'll see. I am curious. I know I've seen a lot of people clowning on this game because they're like, look at how little trees there are. And I'm kind of like, who cares? I don't really need that many trees in there. It's fine. They just get in the way. Like, who cares? Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think it looks cool. I do agree. Like, it's a little too late though. But also, I'm an old man. That could be part of it.
they showed like riding Pokemon and stuff, which is cool. But again, freaking Monster Hunter Stories does the same shit. You get to ride on Pokemon, you get to fly on monsters, swim on monsters, fight monsters on top of monsters. You don't get that with this. You just have your monsters fight other monsters.
That was like a question I had as well. Like, you see that scene where you're fighting the whatever the Goldeen grows into, the Gyarados, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're fighting.
That's not Goldeen. That's Magikarp.
Magikarp, Goldeen. Goldeen turns into Magikarp, right?
No, Goldeen turns into not Kingler. Fuck,
Goldeen?
dude, I don't even. Goldeen turns into
What does Goldeen? Not Goldihon.
Sea King. Turns into Sea King.
Oh, okay. Well, what the fuck?
Magikarp turns into Gyarados. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
But like,
matter.
I don't know. But yeah, you see him fighting in the water, and it was fighting a flying Pokemon.
Right.
And I was like, I wonder if you just can't even use a ground Pokemon there. Like.
Mm-hmm. That would be cool if they limit you to what Pokemon you can use. Yeah.
Like, if you're having a water battle, like, you have to use either water or flying types.
Yeah.
Like.
Or ice. I could see them. Like, I don't know if this is true, but I heard somewhere that this game is more like a Souls game than you would think. I don't know what that means.
How? There's no action. It's all turn-based.
It's all turn-based, but maybe, stealthing around, or like if you get hit by a Pokemon and you don't have a Pokemon, then it's like you die and you have to respawn at a bonfire, or the boss fights are the gym battles, and then they're super hard and you got to hit the right buttons at the right time, otherwise I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Sounds stupid to me. Well,
I'm
then if it is
right now, it looks pretty open and wide and not a whole lot going on.
It looks like a Pokemon game to me. I don't know. It looks like they're finally like trying new stuff with Pokemon though, which is cool.
Right.
Kind of sad that it took them this long to do it on the Switch though.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But if it is like a Souls-like, then yeah, Elden Ring is going to be a problem for it.
Yeah, true. True. This is Baby Souls, and you got Elden Ring, which is not Baby Souls.
It might be Baby Souls. I hope it's Baby Souls, honestly.
I mean, it would be more interesting, but knowing Nintendo, knowing the Pokemon Company, this is not.
No, I mean, I hope Elden Ring is Baby Souls.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, me too. Because I'd like to get into that game.
Yeah, I'd like to
I don't
not be frustrated by a Souls game.
Yep, absolutely.
And it not being Jedi Fallen Order.
Yeah. And have it being actually a completed game.
Yeah.
But let's move on. We've been talking about Pokemon for too long. Let's move on to the other thing that I didn't watch that apparently happened.
We don't have to spend too much time on it. I will run down the things.
You run down it. QuakeCon happened, apparently, and I was unaware. Jake, what happened at QuakeCon?
Yeah, so QuakeCon, normally is in person, and you bring your own computer or whatever, and there's like a big tournament, and they have tournaments and just like a big hangout fest, and sometimes they do conferences as well. They had that this year where they had big tournaments and all that fun stuff. There's the 6-hour live streams and shit like that. But they did show off some stuff at QuakeCon. That is worth mentioning. First things first, they have a Quake Remaster that just was released, along with Quake 2 and Quake 3 Arena, which are out now, so you can go play that if you'd like. Which, that'd be cool. It's on Game Pass. Maybe we'll play that at some point. That'd be very nostalgic for me. Holy shit. But what else? Deathloop, they shut off some Deathloop, more stuff about Deathloop. They kind of went into more about the story a bit about Deathloop.
Okay.
Ghostwire
Weird
Tokyo.
Place to show that off.
I mean, QuakeCon is, that's Bethesda's fucking thing. Makes sense. Ghostwire Tokyo, the developer of Ghostwire Tokyo, just was like, we're still working on it. Sort of did that thing. And then the big news was there's a new Skyrim. They're making another Skyrim.
But not a new Skyrim. The same Skyrim.
Well, it's the same Skyrim, but now it's in 4K or something.
It's in 4K. It probably has ray tracing and a fishing game I saw, and it's going to be on the newest consoles. So I'll pick it up. I'll pick it up again. Thanks, Todd Howard. You fucking dick.
You fucking bitch. I'll put another 600 hours into this game.
You put ray tracing in it, 60 frames. It doesn't even have to be 4K. Just make it like a nice 1080. Damn it. You got me again.
People keep buying it though, and they'll keep remaking it.
I know. I think I bought that game 3 times. The first time on Xbox, the second time when I switched over to PlayStation, the PlayStation 3, and then on PC so that I could play mods when I bought my PC. I will have to admit that the Xbox I had over 200 hours in. The PS3 I had like 15 hours in, and then the mods on the PC I had probably like 80 hours in. So, it's diminished over time, but if they can spice it up a little bit with something new in Skyrim, like a new race or something like that, make it look prettier.
Well, here's the fun thing.
Who knows? I don't remember a whole lot from the game.
That will be on Game Pass. So if you want to play the nice version, you can just download it on Game Pass. That's the move. I am also happy to say I've never bought Skyrim. Ever.
There you go.
I borrowed it from you.
That's fine.
I played it one time. Never played it since.
You went, and that's all right. That's all right.
I had a good time. I'm done.
I think what's gonna happen is I'm too old. I don't have enough time to fucking put into an open world game like this anymore. Because I get into an open world game and I'm like, fuck, dude. I have to spend time. Like, I bought Biomutant and I'm like, man, this is just too much. Did you lose me? I see you flickering all over the place.
I'm here.
Am I here?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Nothing happened on my end. That's weird.
Weird. Okay. That must have been my end. Yeah. I just don't know. I probably don't have any time to play this game. But you know what? If they do it right, they do it right.
Cool. Yeah. I don't know. Skyrim. Who cares? I kind of agree with you. Like, I feel like I probably have more time than you just because I'm not engaged to be married, which I think saves me a lot of time. So, yeah. Which is why I'm able to beat Iki Island and 12 minutes in a week.
For sure. And you can like order takeout or go down the drive-through and get dinner and not have to like make dinner every night.
I mean, you don't have to do that either.
No, you're right. I don't have to do that.
You
I need a mic for my class that starts at 5:45.
Okay. You'll have it. We
lost
She
the
needs
host.
a mic.
She doesn't have a headphone?
I don't know. She has a headphone. She's just, you know it. You know how it goes. Anyway, let's move on to the news. That was Quakecon. Let's move on to the news. The only piece of news that we've got, and it's kind of more like a rumor, but we're gonna fucking run with it. Last of Us 2 multiplayer.
It's not really a rumor.
We'll get into it. Last of Us 2 multiplayer data mining could hint at a battle royale mode. This comes from Jeremy Winslow at GameSpot. A data miner has uncovered leftover multiplayer assets with The Last of Us Part 2's files that potentially point to a battle royale mode comprised of locations from the action-adventure game's single-player campaign. Seattle. In a nearly 5-minute long video modding and exploring games, the YouTuber how the fuck Spelzer I don't know how the fuck you say his name. Speclizer shared what are allegedly The Last of Us Part 2 multiplayer's assets. According to this YouTuber, these contain a map prop to be used in multiplayer, as well as objects like a collar and listen mode device, likely a piece of equipment in multiplayer to use in the listen mode feature. What's particularly striking about this leak, though, is that the multiplayer map it looks like the combine. Looks like it combines several locations from The Last of Us Part 2's single player campaign, like Adler Plaza and Kamayito, to make one big map. As this YouTuber zooms into one referenced area after another, the Battle Royale map starts to make sense. Adler Plaza, with its 4-story motel and spacious music center, looks like a great drop zone for loot and skirmishes, while Port 66, with the spot near where Ellie tracked down Abby in the game, could be a solid hiding place to wait it out until you're the last one standing. Near the end of the video, the YouTuber mentioned that buried within the files were models for armors and backpacks they weren't able to fully restore yet. The YouTuber also wrote in a YouTube comment that the development footage had a compass and a player count, seemingly solidifying the idea that the multiplayer may include a battle royale experience. So, yeah, okay, it may not be a rumor. It seems pretty fucking solid.
Seems pretty
right?
sus to me, dog.
It seems pretty sus.
In a good way.
And in a good way, though. I don't like battle royales, with the exception of like Apex, because everybody's kind of playing. All of my friends are playing Apex. And it's just something to play. However, The Last of Us is a great fucking setting for a battle royale type game. If they put like zombies and shit into the game and give you very limited ammunition, and you have to like, beat people to death, I'm fucking down.
It sounds really cool. I like. Go ahead.
If you have to like be quiet, say you're in the Seattle Convention Center, right? And there's clickers and whatnot around you, and you're like sneaking around and you see people looting, you got to figure out like, do I throw this brick away from the clickers so that me and this guy can fight like silently while the clicker's like investigating the brick? Do I just pull out the gun and shoot the guy? I think this could be a really, really cool opportunity for a new style of battle royale, a more like tense and dark and gritty battle royale. And if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be Naughty Dog. And that might be the reason why we haven't seen anything about factions, because this is going to be the new factions.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it sounds really cool. I like the idea of like you put on a collar and that's how you get listen mode. It's pretty neat. Yeah, I couldn't think of a better game.
I don't understand that. What do you mean by a collar? What does he mean by a collar?
Like, you put on a collar and it makes you listen better. I don't fucking know.
Okay, you just like the idea?
I like the idea of you not just starting with listen mode and you have to find something that gives you listen mode.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
God damn. I couldn't think of a game that suits a battle royale type more than The Last of Us, though. Like, because the whole game is like you drop in with nothing and you have to scavenge for things to survive, which is perfect for The Last of Us, because that's exactly what The Last of Us is. I think when this is first announced, people are going to be like, what the fuck? A battle royale in The Last of Us? And then people are going to love it.
Yeah.
But
what's weird is the dropping in. You said dropping in, and I feel like if
Maybe
you were to
won't
drop in, that would kind of like be kind of cheesy. I feel like they could make a better way. Like you just select points on a map and you come up certain points on a random spot, and it's just like you're kind of here and you don't know how many people are near you or whatever. Like it's very. I could see it being more about less about getting information about where other people are and more about just kind of keeping an eye out and surviving.
yeah, my I have a concern. Just like Naughty Dog is kind of known for pay to win, which you can't really do in these kind of games. But like the amount of microtransactions that they're about to put in this shit is going to be wild. I guarantee you. I guarantee goddamn to you, it's going to be wild.
I bet you there's not going to be any sort of battle pass or anything like that. I bet you it's just going to be like, you can buy these helmets, you can buy these outfits, and that's the only way to get them is by paying like $10 for outfit, different skins or whatnot. It won't have a battle pass where they're like, this one's free,
I do also hope that they do something more with like the factions element of it, where you have to like take care of your clan or whatever. I hope there's more of that in the game, and it's a little bit more in depth, almost like if they added like an XCOM element to it, where you had to like take care of or like Fallout shelters sort of deal, like inside of the multiplayer game. That'd be pretty fucking sick.
That would be cool. I could see them doing something like you're picking up supplies as you're going around, and whatever supplies you pick, that's what you get, and that's what you have to feed your people with,
you get to expand it and stuff. Yeah, that'd be really cool.
and if you win, you get like double the supplies or whatnot. But I could see that being a big thing where whatever you pick up, that's what you get. They're really good about doing that kind of stuff. Naughty Dog is. Yeah,
but I do worry though, because like there was already a lot of bad blood for Naughty Dog and just The Last of Us Part 2 in general, which I don't agree with, but it's true. Like a lot of people hated that game, and then for them to do that and then release a Battle Royale, I wonder how well that's gonna go over.
Oh man.
Just with the public,
I tell you, I'm gonna fucking play it.
I'll play it too. Like I'm all about it, but I feel like people will be like, "Are you fucking kidding me, Neil Cuckman?" Like all that shit.
Yeah.
So
I could see that.
Who knows?
But it's exciting. It's exciting.
Do you think it's possible we see this at fucking Gamescom?
I think it's guaranteed we see it at Gamescom.
You think so?
I'm gonna put my stamp on that. I'm gonna put my stamp on that. I think either what is his name? The guy that does the Game Awards.
Jeff Keighley.
I think Jeff Keighley and Neil Druckmann had a conversation, and he's like, "Hey man, you don't have to put out the date or anything, but we need to show this." And especially with the leaks coming out and all this stuff, I feel like it will show up at one of these 3 conferences that are coming up. It wouldn't be at the Xbox.
It wouldn't be at Xbox.
But it'll be at Gamescom. It'll be at Opening Night Live. It'll be at Future Game Store. One of those. Probably Opening Night Live, because that's going to have the biggest reception.
I feel like Future Game Show is like the indie games.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll probably be at Opening Night Live if it is there. I don't think so, man. I really don't think so.
We haven't seen it for 2 years now.
Yeah.
And it's like at some point it has to come, and I'm going to put my eggs in sooner rather than later. That's a shitty thing to do.
I would love to see it on Opening Night Live, but I feel like it's going to be at the Game Awards. If it's going to be anywhere, it's going to be the Game Awards, because they've been at the Game Awards before,
I think that's the next one. If it doesn't show up at ONL, it'll probably be at the Game Awards. And if not, then it's never fucking.
It's just never happening. Yeah,
and
I agree. Or Sony could have their own event.
I feel like they'll show it off before they have their event.
I agree.
Show off a little teaser, and then it'll be like, this is a PlayStation.
I'm still baffled.
State of play.
I'm still baffled. Like Sony didn't have anything, man. They didn't have any sort of E3 like big conference at all. Everyone else did. It's so weird, man. Which makes me believe like maybe they'll drop some shit at Opening Night Live. So we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know. We will see. And that brings us to what to look forward to next week. Next week, Psychonauts 2 comes out. This has been getting some fucking great reviews. Comes out on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. And then, Xbox, the new ones, on August 25th. And then No More Heroes 3 comes out on the Switch on August 27th. We'll skip this one for now and go to the Xbox Showcase. There's going to be an Xbox Showcase right before Opening Night Live on the 24th. My shit is all fucked up. Don't remember. It's Xbox Showcase is going to be on the 24th. Gamescom. Oh, okay. I know what it is. Xbox Showcase, the 24th, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Gamescom officially starts on the 24th, and opening night live. I said that wrong anyway. This is just.
I think Xbox Showcase is the 24th, and then Gamescom opening night lives is on the 25th.
Right.
At 11.
I fucked up the whole document. Opening night live is the next day after Xbox Showcase on the 24th. It is going to be on the 25th at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then the next day, Future Game Show is going to be on the 26th at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time again. So we have a fucking stacked week. You're going to be busting with news. I can guarantee, I can probably guarantee next week's show is going to be very long. Jake's going to be hosting it. I'll be here too. And then one of the cool things that just came out today, Monday the 23rd, is Nightmare of the Wolf, which is a Witcher anime that's out on Netflix. I haven't seen it yet, but it's out, and I'm super excited for that. So watch that shit. And then we got recent reviews via OpenCritic. We got 3 games from OpenCritic. We got Psychonauts 2. It's doing fucking great. 89 out of 83 critic reviews. People fucking love this game. 12 Minutes has a 78 out of 50.
It's very divisive. I knew it would be divisive, dude. The subject matter of that game is so, yeah. Anyway,
but that's not a bad score, honestly.
It's not.
I'd see a 78 and go, "Oh, that's a pretty good game." Like, it's not.
And I think people are being too hard on 12 Minutes because I think the subject matter is pretty like intense, to say the least. But yeah, 78 seems justified. Like yeah.
Okay. And then Ghost of Tsushima. This game's already been out, but this is the director's cut. People are giving it an 88 out of 62 critic reviews. Seems to be doing really well, and it's got Jake's approval for the price.
Yep,
and
it's a very good price.
Yeah,
if you already own the game.
So yeah, those are the open critic reviews. Jake, do you not have a question for us this week? Nobody answered last week's question, so it's either yes or we'll fucking forget about it.
Well, I guess opening night live. If we don't see factions, when are we going to see factions? We're going to ask that question again, baby.
How many times?
Just want it.
How many times are we going to ask when factions?
When is factions?
That's fucking crazy, dude. That it's not out yet. And yeah, like I said, if it doesn't show up by Game Awards, I don't think this game fucking exists, or I've given off all hope. Also, be sure to check out our other Lonercast shows. We got the Jake and Corey podcast that goes live every Monday on wherever you get your podcasts and YouTube. Check out this show on Tuesday on YouTube and wherever you get your podcast. Also, you can check in at twitch.tv/lonercast at 3:30 p.m. where we do this. And then right after this, we're doing a spoiler cast for the next Marvel film. We're watching them all in chronological order that they came out. So we are on Avengers, and that will be up on Wednesday on YouTube. And then also check out our Twitters. Jake is at emergencypizza_, and I'm at fatal_microwave. And check out the show's Twitter. It's at lonercast1, and you can leave comments, and we will read them here. Join us on our live shows at twitch.tv/lonercast. And yeah, we always have fucking
check
shit
out
to
Nick
watch.
at twitch.tv/fatalmicrowave as well.
Fatal Microwave. Yeah, it's nothing. It's not a whole lot going on over there, but I will plan on streaming every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday for about 2 hours from like 2 to 4. Still kind of dipping my toes in it, not really throwing it out there just quite yet. But
and since we hit affiliate here, I've been streaming my ass off over here, so just keep an eye out on the.
What we're saying is we have so much fucking content, and if you're bored,
how
fucking put us on, help us out, help you. We're background noise if you want us to be.
Here's a fun fact for everyone. Did you know if you have Amazon Prime, you get a free subscription on Twitch? So you should definitely use that free Twitch subscription for us. Give it to us. Come on, baby. I know you want to.
We put out more content than most content creators.
That's true.
Just period. Like I don't know. I can't really name another content creator that puts out more content than us on a regular schedule. It might not be as edited or, fun, but
how dare you, sir?
We're here to hang out with you. And if you want to engage with us, we are here for you, babies. We love you. All right. And with that, adios, amigos.